Let me ask you a question, and I want you to answer it with brutal honesty. Are you truly living, or are you just existing? You wake up, you eat the same food, you follow the same routine, you talk to the same people. You scroll through the same feeds, and deep down you feel it, a quiet voice whispering, "This isn't it. This can't be all there is." That voice is right. You weren't born to drift. You were born to dominate. But domination demands awakening, and my friend, it's time to wake up. There is no savior coming. There is no shortcut. There is no miracle waiting around the corner. There is only one solution. You. The moment you take full responsibility for your life is the moment everything begins to change. Let me tell you something that most people are too afraid to say. Every second you spend asleep to your potential is a second you'll never get back. Every hour wasted in distraction, every day lost to doubt, every week passed in procrastination. Is your future evaporating right in front of you, and yet people will still say, "Oh, I'll start next week. I'm not ready yet, maybe tomorrow." No, not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, now. If you want a powerful life, you must become a powerful person. If you want respect, earn it through action. If you want success, hunt it like your life depends on it, because it does. Time is your most precious asset, and the tragedy is you don't realize how little of it you truly have until it's gone. Ask yourself, what am I doing with the gift of today? Am I building something that matters? Am I growing stronger, smarter, more disciplined, or am I just surviving? You weren't meant to survive. You were meant to thrive, but to do that you must wake up. You must destroy laziness like it's the enemy it is. You must kill the habit of comfort and become addicted to purpose. Comfort is the coffin of greatness. You see, life doesn't give you what you want. It gives you what you're willing to fight for. So if you're not willing to get up early, stay up late, bleed a little, sweat a lot, and refuse to quit, then don't expect anything to change. But if you are willing to do what most won't, you'll have what most never will. You'll have freedom, you'll have power, you'll have peace, not because it was handed to you, but because you earned it. So today, right now, make a decision, burn the bridge to your old life, let mediocrity starve. Let your excuses die of neglect, and step fully into the person you know you're meant to become, because every morning is a gift, but it's also a test. Will you waste this day, or will you wake up and own it? The choice is yours. There comes a time in every person's life when they must stand still, look in the mirror, and face the truth. Everything you are, everything you have, and everything you lack is a direct result of the choices you've made. Until you accept this fully, without blame, without excuse, and without denial, you will remain a prisoner in your own life. It is a hard pill to swallow, I know, because it is far easier to point the finger at the world. It's easier to blame your parents, your past, your environment, your luck, or the economy. But hear this loud and clear. As long as you believe the problem is outside of you, you will keep the solution outside of you. Every man and woman who has ever risen from failure to greatness has done so through a single decision. The decision to take complete and total responsibility for their life. They stopped waiting. They stopped wishing. They stopped complaining. They looked themselves in the eye and declared, "If it's going to be, it's up to me." This is the first great secret of all success. Self-responsibility is power. You cannot master your life until you master your mind. You cannot master your mind until you accept that it is yours to control. Do not be fooled by the world around you. You are not a victim unless you choose to be. Yes, life will throw storms your way. Yes, people will fail you. Yes, circumstances may look unfair, but these things are not your master. They are your test, and you must decide how you will respond. The greatest tragedy is not that people fail, it's that they never begin. They sit and wait for the perfect moment, for the right conditions, for someone to come and show them the way, but no one is coming, and time is not waiting. You must become the hero of your own story. Responsibility means you stop negotiating with your potential. You stop making excuses for your laziness, your fear, your inaction. You stop saying, "I can't," and start asking, how can I? You stop blaming others for your unhappiness and start creating your own peace. It is a liberating moment when you realize that your life does not have to be what it has been. You can tear down the old structure brick by brick and build something new, but only if you take the hammer in your own hands. So ask yourself today, am I truly taking responsibility, or am I still waiting for someone else to do it for me? The honest answer will tell you everything you need to know about why you are where you are and what you must do next. The journey begins the moment you stop looking outward and start looking inward. That is where your future begins. That is where your power lies, and that is where you must wake up. The clock is ticking, and not one man or woman walking this earth has the power to slow it down. You may deceive yourself with distractions, but time does not negotiate. It does not wait for your motivation. It does not pause for your fears. It does not forgive your indecision. Every second that passes is gone forever, and with it goes a piece of your life you can never reclaim. You think you have time. That is the greatest illusion of all. You think you can waste a year, a month, a week, even a single day, and simply pick up where you left off, but you cannot, because time moves forward whether you are using it or losing it. And the truth is, most people are losing it. They wake up late, drift through the day, scroll their lives away, and call it relaxation. They drown in distractions, give in to every impulse, delay every dream, and then wonder why nothing changes. Let me tell you why. Because you cannot defeat time. You can only work with it or against it. You either seize each hour with purpose, or you let it slip silently through your fingers. There is no middle ground. The successful man knows this. He rises with the sun, plans his moves, and attacks the day like it's his last, because one day it will be. He understands that time is not just minutes and hours. It is opportunity, it is potential, it is life itself. Wasting time is not an inconvenience, it is self-destruction. Now consider your own life. How many days have you already traded for nothing? How many mornings have you slept through your potential? How many nights have you buried your vision under the weight of tomorrow? But here is the good news. While you can't recover lost time, you can stop losing more. You can wake up. You can change course. You can begin to treat time like the sacred, limited, priceless treasure it truly is. Understand this. Every excuse you make costs you time. Every delay robs your destiny. Every lazy decision compounds into a wasted life. But every disciplined hour, every focused action, every courageous step forward, those are investments. And like all wise investments, they grow, they multiply, they transform the impossible into the inevitable. You must move with urgency, not panic, urgency, the kind of urgency that comes from knowing your life has meaning. The kind of urgency that says, I don't have time to waste, because I have a mission to fulfill. There is greatness inside you, but it is buried beneath years of delay, years of comfort, years of saying, not yet. That ends now. Because you don't have another 10 years to get serious, you don't have another 5, you don't even know if you have another one. The time to act is not later, it is now, right now, because time is moving. And your life is moving with it. If you seek to live a life of greatness, then you must understand this truth. Comfort is a cunning enemy. It whispers sweet lies into your ear. It tells you you've done enough, when in fact you've barely begun. It seduces you with ease and lulls you into sleep, while your dreams wither quietly in the shadows of your hesitation. Comfort is a trap. It is the warm bed you refuse to leave. It is the easy road with no resistance. It is the excuse disguised as self-care. And worst of all, comfort never announces itself as the destroyer of potential. But that is exactly what it is. Greatness does not dwell in the land of comfort. It lives in the wilderness, where discipline is tested, where fear is faced, where fatigue is embraced. If your life is easy, it is almost certain that you are not growing. And if you are not growing, you are slowly dying. Do not misunderstand. There is nothing wrong with rest when it is earned. There is nothing wrong with peace when it follows purpose. But most people aren't resting. They're avoiding. They're hiding from the discomfort that change demands. Discomfort is the birthplace of transformation. Every champion was once a beginner. Every master was once clumsy. Every leader once felt unsure, but they chose to walk through the fire, not around it, not away from it, through it. They didn't wait until they felt ready. They didn't wait until it was easy. They moved, and because they moved, they grew. Because they acted in spite of resistance, they became strong. And because they welcomed the hard things, they earned the life others only dream of. You must stop protecting your comfort and start protecting your future. Every time you avoid what's hard, you are building a prison around your potential. You are training yourself to choose weakness over will, safety over success, routine over reward. Nothing changes until you change your relationship with discomfort. Stop running from it. Start seeking it. Let it shape you, refine you, test you. Because the man or woman you are meant to become, they are waiting on the other side of your comfort zone. You will never discover who you truly are inside the lines of what is familiar. You must stretch. You must challenge yourself. You must place yourself in situations that demand more than you think you have, and then discover that you have more than you ever imagined. Comfort has cost more people their destiny than failure ever will. Because failure teaches, comfort seduces, and if you let it, it will keep you quiet, still, and ordinary forever. So burn the cushions, shatter the excuses, and rise daily into the discomfort that greatness requires. For in that fire you will forge your future. There is no reward for the man who merely wishes. There is no victory for the one who only plans but never moves. And there is no greatness for the soul that talks much but does little. It is not what you intend that shapes your destiny. It is what you do. The world is full of intelligent, talented, ambitious people who are going nowhere because they have confused desire with discipline and thinking with doing. You can have the best ideas in the world, but if they are locked in your mind, they are worth nothing. Thought is the blueprint, yes, but action is the builder. A vision without execution is just a dream. A goal without action is just a wish. The difference between the man who succeeds and the man who remains stuck is not luck, and it's not intelligence. It is movement, relentless, consistent, intentional movement. Do not wait for the perfect plan. It doesn't exist. Do not wait for the right moment. That moment is now. Stop telling yourself that you need more time. You don't need more time. You need more courage. The courage to start, the courage to fail, the courage to rise and keep going. Action is what separates the ordinary from the exceptional. It is the great equalizer. You don't have to be the smartest, the richest, or the most connected. But you must be willing to outwork, outlast, and outfight every excuse that stands in your way. There will always be reasons not to act. Fear will give them to you. Doubt will scream them in your ear. Your past will try to convince you that action is dangerous, but I tell you the truth, inaction is far more dangerous. It kills silently. It robs your future while disguising itself as patience. Take the first step, and then take another. It does not matter if it's small. It does not matter if it's messy. What matters is that you're moving, because motion creates momentum, and momentum builds the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Let others talk while you build. Let others plan while you execute. Let others rest while you rise. Let your results speak so loudly that no words are needed, because the world does not respond to what you say, it responds to what you show. You must become addicted to forward motion, build the habit of daily discipline, take action even when you're tired, especially when you're tired. That is the test, that is the battle, and that is where character is carved. If you want to live a life of meaning, then stop watching and start creating. Stop waiting and start working. Stop hoping and start doing. For the man who takes action, the world opens doors. For the one who delays, those same doors close, and they do not knock twice. There is a battle taking place within every man and woman, a war between purpose and pleasure. One leads to growth, fulfillment, and legacy. The other leads to distraction, regret, and decay, and the choices you make each day will determine which one wins. You were not born for comfort. You were not placed on this earth to chase fleeting moments of amusement. Your life is far too valuable to be spent in the shallow pursuit of pleasure. And yet that is what most people do. They waste their days chasing temporary highs while ignoring the one thing that would give them real, lasting satisfaction, a purpose worth suffering for. Pleasure is easy. It requires no discipline, no strength, no effort. Just reach for your phone, turn on the television, order something sweet, and sink into the illusion of satisfaction. But know this, every time you choose pleasure over purpose, you pay with your potential. Purpose, on the other hand, is hard. It demands sacrifice. It asks you to rise early, to work when others rest, to endure pain without complaint, to stay true to your mission even when no one is watching. But it is in this path, the harder path, that fulfillment lives. You see, there is a difference between feeling good and being proud of who you've become. Pleasure may give you a moment of escape, but purpose gives you a lifetime of meaning. And meaning will feed your spirit long after the thrill of entertainment fades. Ask yourself, what are you building? What are you contributing? What are you becoming? If your days are consumed with chasing what feels good instead of what does good, then you are living beneath your calling. Pleasure will leave you empty, purpose will fill you, pleasure will numb you, purpose will awaken you. Pleasure says, take it easy. Purpose says, stand up and fight, and make no mistake. This world will tempt you at every turn. It will present the easy way, the soft way, the quick reward, but every shortcut comes with a hidden cost. For every minute spent chasing pleasure, an hour of progress is stolen from your life. You must learn to delay gratification. You must train your mind to hunger for progress instead of comfort. The man of purpose finds joy not in ease, but in effort, not in rest, but in rising, not in indulgence, but in impact. The day you choose purpose over pleasure is the day your life begins to change. Because now you are moving with intention, now your steps matter, now your struggle means something. So build a life you don't need to escape from. Build a future that excites you more than the temptations that distract you. Let your mission be stronger than your cravings. Let your discipline be louder than your desires. And remember, a life of purpose may be harder, but it is infinitely more rewarding. Chase that. There is a moment in every life when everything changes. Not because circumstances shift, not because luck arrives, but because a decision is made. A bold decision, a final decision, a note-turning back decision that says, from this day forward, I will live differently. Most people never make that decision. They toy with change, they talk about their dreams, flirt with their goals, dabble in self-improvement, but they never commit, and that is why they stay the same. They never cross the line between wanting and willing. A real decision is not made with the lips. It is not made at midnight and forgotten by morning. It is made deep within the soul, where excuses cannot survive and comfort has no power. It is made when you're tired of your own lies, when you're disgusted with standing still, when you're ready to burn the bridges behind you and walk fully into your potential. Without that kind of decision, nothing meaningful can happen. You will drift, you will delay, you will find reasons to wait, and life, my friend, does not wait for anyone. Every moment you hesitate is a moment you hand over to fear, to weakness, to regret. You must decide. What kind of life will you live? One designed by purpose, or one defaulted to distraction? One shaped by courage, or one ruled by comfort? One filled with meaning, or one filled with mischances? Greatness begins the moment you stop trying to see how things go. and you plant your flag in the ground. It begins the moment you say enough, enough of the doubt, enough of the hesitation, enough of living halfway, showing up halfway, trying halfway. The world respects decisiveness. It moves out of the way for the man or woman who knows where they are going and refuses to be denied. But it devours those who stall, who overthink, who wait for the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect confidence. Perfection is a lie. Conditions will never be ideal. Your fear will never be silent. But none of that matters, because power belongs to the one who decides anyway. So this is your call. Stop postponing your breakthrough. Stop negotiating with your future. Stop telling yourself that you'll get serious soon. There is no someday on the calendar. There is only now. Now is when you draw the line. Now is when you become the kind of person who follows through. Now is when you move boldly, not because you're ready, but because you're willing. Do not wait for the world to change for you. Change yourself and the world will respond. Make the decision, burn the bridges, lock the door behind you, and move forward with the full force of someone who has nothing to lose, only greatness to gain. The power of change is not found in motionless hope. It is found in bold, final, fearless decision, and the time to make it is now.